I think with this movie, I'm gonna be more harsh with the people that were, like, shook to the core with this film. Chase Leaki here with the Blue Futon reviewing Origin. So according to IMDb, this movie is about the unspoken system that has shaped America and chronicles how lives today are defined by a hierarchy of human divisions. Okay, and that is where I kind of laugh. It literally says the unspoken system. Okay, if you've read a single history book in your life, if you've walked outside your door, if you've gone to a simple country, if you, like I said, gone to a museum and read history, it wouldn't be the unspokenness. And this is where I just get frustrated with this movie because, yes, it is preachy as all hell. When you open with Trayvon Martin, I'm sorry, I had to do my eyes roll. And I know for a fact they try to do both sides with the mom and this daughter saying, oh, it could have been de-escalated, etc., etc. And there are interesting elements in this movie about racism overall and how it kind of goes into more, maybe it's not racism, maybe it's more of a caste system. Well, no shit. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit sick here and there, but this movie is for people that, like, are simple-minded. I know that sounds awful, and what people are saying where it's like, this is something that a lecturer, a mediocre teacher would tell its students. This is overlong. It's paced horribly. Yes, like I said, there are good elements where people look back in the past and they didn't realize what was going on. They realized, oh, I have this guilty conscience. Sure. There's also elements of, like, you see something. I know the end where it talks about the house where you might live somewhere and there's always going to be a horrible foundation, but you could do your best to fix it up. Sure, absolutely. Like I said, there's decent themes to it, but trying to connect them all with the Holocaust, like I said, Trayvon Martin, what's happened in Mississippi, the pool scene, India, it doesn't connect as well as you think it does because each country is completely different. Some people are republics, some people are democratic systems, some people are communist nations. And when you're trying to say that, like, yeah, there's the caste systems all automatically just like it just comes out of nowhere, like, oh shit, no way. And I think that's my frustration is, do people not understand what's behind the fence they live in? Like, I've watched, like I said, you go, oh, you can watch a bunch of movies. Like, that is something just watch a movie from a different country. Seriously, a French movie, an Indian movie, a Japanese movie, a North Korean movie, a South Korean movie, a Russian movie. You're going to see that there are different caste systems everywhere you go. It's not just like America where it's like, oh yeah, the blacks are always down, the whites are always on top. That's not the case. It's also just like in today's day and age. Do you really think LeBron James' son has it better than a white, like, guy that lives in West Virginia in the boonies? No. It's all about the caste system. There's always been a caste system of someone that has more money. And it's not always about race. And I know what Ava DuVernay is trying to say, and even though I'm not a fan of her directing whatsoever, she is so focused on race in every single one of her movies that it's hard not to, like, have that in the back of your head. Kind of like when Jordan Peele's like, he'll never have a white person leading his movie. Sure, that's always in the back of my head. Same with Ava DuVernay. Everything she's been saying, and you just go to this movie and you watch it and you just go, okay, like, what are you trying to say at some point? Because if you are just not mind controlled by the media to tell you what the media is, like, wanting you to hear, you should know how the world is kind of ran. It's even in the animal kingdom when you look at, like, Africa, lions and elephants and herds. It's a caste system. It truly is. It's same with human life. I mean, it's no one's ever going to be on the same playing field as anyone. Same with the whole Mark Cuban freaking Elon Musk feud about, DEI, and then Elon Musk is like, okay, put an Asian chick on your basketball team. It's the same thing. No one under 5'8" will probably ever be in the NBA. And that's okay. And it's also one of the things where it's like, just it's frustrating to me where these movies get made and you have these critics giving 5 out of 5 stars. They're just like, I was all inspired by what was given on screen. It's like, were you now? Or were you in your own freaking bubble? You don't know what the real world is like. And that's what really frustrates me with this movie. It tries to be all like, you know, tearjerker, and the score tries to force on you. And I hate scores that do that, where it's like something bad happens and we're forcing the score on you. We're forcing the music on you to make you feel emotion. It's like the best movies, you don't need a overpowering score to prove your emotions. And this movie does it to an umpteenth degree. I mean, there was random scenes with her just on a whiteboard, and you're just like, can we get with the program here? I understand what you're going for. And people say this would be better as a documentary. That's where I kind of disagree with, because this style is different, and I don't need another documentary. I always pronounce that wrong, and plus, I'm like, my sinuses are really screwed up right now, to tell me what it is, because I could do the history myself. So doing this different storytelling method didn't really bother me. I know some people were, and I know it just be like, of course, there's the Holocaust, Trayvon Martin, and other things where it's just like, I don't know. No one knows the truth anymore because the media portrays it differently. And even like Vic Ramaswamy, what he tries to do with NBC, like basically say like, yo, tell the truth. And they don't, and they're like, it's biases. And like I said, I have biases. Ava DuVernay have biases. Everyone in the world has biases. And that's the thing. And when people say unconscious bias, it's like, oh, it's about biases you didn't know you had. No, I don't think that's a true thing. Of course, I'm going to have biases about different movies I like or different things that I have experienced. Because when you say, like, oh, you're white, that person's black, because you automatically see them as black, you have an unconscious bias that you're scared. And you're like, huh? Or how about I just judge them by the person when I walk up to any person, like, hey, how's your name? Or how's your day going? Pretty good? Awesome. And of course, when I see, like, I had such an eye roll when I saw Nick Offerman with a Make America Great Again hat. I'm just like, it's eye rolling where it's like, it is what it is. But overall, Origin, I think what my frustration, I think overall with this film is the overall reaction it's having with people like, really? That's what the world is like? It's like, have you not, like, but that also terrifies me because I've met people that have not left their hometown, that have not left their state, that has never left the United States. So even though I find it awe-struck that people think this way or are this way, I need to realize also, not knowing that some people don't leave. Like Hawaii, a lot of people don't leave. America is small, a lot of people don't leave. Or they don't even visit other places. Or if in Hawaii, they visit the other islands, but they don't visit the United States. Or maybe they'll go to Vegas, but that's it. But overall, Origins of it's a mid movie at best. It tries to throw the emotions at you. It felt fake. It felt like I've seen it in a million other movies before. And if you didn't know this about the world, research. Do some freaking research. So Origin will receive a 2.5 out of 5 with Futon, which equals at 50%. So let's see what the critics' news scores gave this one. And again, I'm sorry if I'm really not discussing the movie as a whole, because it feels like it's already been told in a different way before, and I think I'm just more awe-shocked about the critics' response. It's like, yeah. Anyway, critics is 79%, 78 of them. No audience score. Critic consensus. A moving drama that's unafraid to ask big questions. Origin honors its source material with powerful performances in service of a deeply emotional story. So it's very interesting. And when I look at Rotten Tomatoes, movie info, it says, while grappling with tremendous personal strategy, Isabel sets herself on a path of global investigation and discovery. Despite the colossal scope of her project, she finds beauty and bravery while crafting one of the defining American books of our time. Personally, when watching this movie, I have no interest in reading the book personally, because I'm a sucker for, I'll read a book, but this doesn't make me want to read it because I'm almost nervous on what it's actually going to say. Because, like I said, there's caste systems everywhere, and it's not really by race, because when you look at rappers, NBA players, NFL players, CEOs. Yes, there's a lot of different organizations that have predominantly black people that are more rich, predominantly white people are more rich, and predominantly Asian. So it's like, it's all about caste. It's never really been about race. And when the media focuses so much about race, that's where we hinder as a world, not just as a country, as a world. 50, 79. Chase Hawk here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Booftopia. You Booftones. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Not care watch this tape tomorrow, week from now, month from now, year from now, every single freaking one of you. Like I said, there's so many 5 out of 5s, A pluses, A's. Like right here. A German soldier executes a Jewish woman when a gun was fired, executing a Jewish woman. A simultaneous gunshot kills Trayvon Martin. Really? Really? You're comparing the Holocaust to Trayvon Martin? Really?